So I get asked a lot, what size are my bulk ferment tubs and my Banneton? So I thought I'd quickly make a video explaining. That way I've got like a link I can send people to. I'll get into my bulk ferment tubs first. So the bulk ferment tubs I usually use most are my 22 litre ones. And I can fit 12 to 15 loaves in here. And that will allow me to prove with 15 loaves up to about 65%. Now, if I need to prove to like 75% or 80%, then I'll only put 12 loaves in here. And I like to go to 15 because my oven, fits the 15 in there. So that's 12 to 15 in here that I usually put in here. And if I'm going to add olives or other sort of inclusions, then I'll max out at 12 and just split it across the two tubs. And the reason why I love these tubs too is they stack. They fit into each other. So I can put them here, stack them under there, and they're good to get out the way. I will show you a link to where I get these from. You can't really get them from Amazon. I get these from a local place called AGC Equipment in Sydney, and they're not that expensive. They're like $3 a tub, and the lids are extra. Make sure you get the lids because they're separate, and I like the clear lids. So that's my bulk ferment tubs. I'll even talk about the measurements in a minute. This is my smaller tub for when I have little bits of like excess of the dough that I need to do, or I've only got to do a few inclusions, like 4 to cheddar or 4 olives. And that's 13 litres. And you've always got to make sure you just remember, even though it's 13 litres, you want to go 7 because you have to prove the dough. So you want to go enough dough that you fit halfway and enough to prove. I rarely go over 50%. So I put that up there. So if you're in Australia, this is where I go. It's agcequipment.com.au. But if you're overseas, I will give you the dimensions too, which are right here on the website. So this is the lid that I use. It's the clear one. And you have to get this separate when you buy these tubs. So the food safe, you really want to make sure you use food safe tubs when you're doing sourdough. And the dimensions, the important part is the internal one. 455 mil by 305 mil, which is 45 centimeters by 30 centimeters. And this is my go-to tub. This is my large one. Now my smaller tub is the 13 litre one. And also you make sure you get the lid too. And the dimension, the important part, the internal, is 394 mil by 285 mil. So that's 39 centimeters by 28 centimeters. I'll put inches on the screen too. And yeah, so that's my two tubs. These are my two main tubs that I use. That's the lid that I use when I make sourdough. And obviously you're going to have to just try and find these tubs in your country or area, which shouldn't be that hard to do. Unfortunately, Amazon don't sell these tubs. I wish they did. Now for the Bannetons, these are the sizes that I use. So I've got my 10-inch, which is 25 centimeters, and that's my favorite size. I can fit the dough between 800 to 950 in here. Anything larger than 1 kilo or 950, I'll use these ones. Now these ones are 30 centimeters, and you can tell they're a lot bigger. I rarely ever use these ones, but if I have to make a big loaf, that's what I use. I've also got two sizes of the 10 inches, which is the 25 centimeters. These are, if you can't really tell, but that's a bit thicker. So anything with inclusions like olives or the cheddar or any other sort of ones I do, I'll use the thicker ones because they'll be thicker. And for just the plain sourdough, I'll just use the normal ones. And they're my go-to. I've also got one slightly longer. Now I'll make the dough the same size, about 850 grams, but that will give me like a longer loaf. So you'll notice that some of my sourdough, I like to have shorter and rounder, but sometimes people want it a bit longer and not as fat. And that's when I'll use these ones. And these ones are, for memory, these ones are almost 12 inches. They're a little bit bigger. They're like 1.5 inches bigger than these ones. The reason why some have the liner and some don't, when you use without the liner, you'll get like, when you bake it off, you get that all the lines going around the loaf, which gives it that nice shape. And with these, this is when I want to do like the rice flour patterns, I'll have it smooth on top. And just quickly, I've been converting a lot of my videos to a blog form because I know a lot of people wanted, for example, my spiral mixer video in a written form. So I've done this. Also, the production sheet, which you can find under gear and guides. The production sheet is also here. And you've got the Excel version and the PDF version. The Excel version you can modify now. So I hope this video explains what size tubs and Bannetons I use, because I get this question a lot, and I thought it'd just be easier just to link this video. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching the video.